pretty good.
Yes.
And feel free to call me on my cell whenever. Because if you make decisions in emotion, you're more likely to make a mistake.
Right.
And so let's, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
they wanted you to quit. That's what they wanted.
So I think,
they're trying to break me.
Yeah. What I will do, I'll take your employment case.
Thank you.
What I'm doing in a lot of my cases right now, I'm associating with highly competent counsel in those cases in case I die or conk because of my age. And in case I decided to retire before a case was finished, it's just sort of a transition plan.
Okay.
And so we may well do that in your case, and our employment agreement provides that we can do that.
Okay.
And in regard to your workers' comp case, as I said, the law's not very good in that area. It's a terrible area of law. We used to practice in that law. We used to have a big comp practice. There's lots of need for comp lawyers, and frankly, when we were doing it, just was way too much of our time, and it's not very satisfying not to be able to get better recoveries than you can get.
Right.
But I will get you with a good workers' comp lawyer to help you evaluate what can and should be done. I wish that we could, under the Missouri Human Rights Act, nail them for your physical injuries, but there are real problems about being able to do that because of this overlap thing I talked about.
Right. And two, I just want to let you know real quick, because I had recently said to Human Resources about my thumb. And I said, I need to know what the procedure is if I want to file a claim, like an injury claim, because I want them to pay for my thumb.
Sure.
I really do.
Yeah.
And
so what is that? And tell me what's wrong with your thumb right now.
It's trigger finger. It's like carpal tunnel. I got carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
And trigger finger is basically, you know how like you got the ligaments in your finger, and when you go like this, it pulls through. There's a loop at each knuckle, basically. There's a mass of carpal tunnel, scar tissue from the vibration and nerve damage to the thumb. So that to the point,
are they providing you any medical treatment for that?
They first she said, "Well, where's the green sheet, which is the incident or report?" I says, "Well, I've missed days of work already for this. I've talked to Ralph about my hands and the problems that I needed a break." I said, "But." No sheet was filled out because it wasn't like you got your finger smashed in like oh God, she just had an accident. We got to, I said it's gradual, progressive, and I've missed time for this. She goes, well, you need to go see our specialist. So that's why I'm on restricted or light duty right now, which is a joke. My doctor's paper said no vibrating tools, no repetitious grabbing, grasping, So what do? They pull me off of my job as weld repair. And they put me over in finishing, doing what? Finishing wheels, which is grabbing wheels, pulling them off the pallet, putting up on the rack, sanding them, blowing them, putting them on the line, grabbing pallets, stacks of pallets, and stacking wheels. I'm doing, it's supposed to be light or restricted duty.
Have they provided you any medical care or attention yet?
The only thing they did was send me to the specialist.
And the specialist said trigger finger.
And nerve damage.
And who is the specialist?
Their specialist.
Right here. It's this guy, Missouri Valley Sports Medicine and Ortho. And he kind of looked at me and he said, Maxian's not going to be happy. And basically kind of let me know, without letting me, I'm saying, I'm going to need surgery. There's nerve damage. And he wrote on there, there's permanent nerve damage.
I'll read this in. Missouri Valley Sports Medicine and Ortho, 660-826-5750. Are they out on Ingram?
I believe so. Over behind the McDonald's and by the DMV over there in Sedalia.
No, it may be a different.
Okay, yeah, it's right in Thompson Hills Boulevard. Thompson's.
Okay.
So, anyways, I go back on the 27th
What's
of
the
this
doctor's
month.
name?
Oh goodness, I met him I don't know. He's a very tall guy, about 50 years old, bald head, big guy. I think he's like one of the only doctors there. He's the only one that would fit that description. That's for sure.
What was the name of the place?
Missouri Valley Sports Medicine and Ortho.
I see.
So I go back on the 27th of this month, and basically he was kind of letting me know that Maxian is not going to be happy. And get this. And so, not last night, the night prior, I'm at work, and because I have been asking Teresa in Human Resources, what's going on with this thumb issue? Do I need to fill out the green sheet or what? Because supervisors are supposed to do it. She goes, Ralph or Kenny will be talking with you. I come to her again. Nobody's talked to me. Heidi, can you please tell me what the procedure is? She goes, they'll be talking to you. She won't even tell me the procedure for filling out one of these accident forms, you know? And so then I seen Ralph, and this was 2 days ago. I seen Ralph, and I said, Ralph, what's going on? This screen sheet needs to be filled out. I go back to the doctor on the 27th, and he says to me, he goes, I don't know anything. I haven't seen Kenny.
Nobody knows.
I don't know anything. So then I get called up into the office. Ralph and Angela are up in the office, and they're sitting there with a green sheet. I'm going to end up doing the form with them. And it's a new form and a new format. So I says, okay, what's going on? I thought you guys were going to fill this out. And there was supposed to be only a little section that I do, but apparently she goes, Missouri? Well, we'll pull it open and then you can see the doctor. I probably got a picture of him. Look at this. Something like that.
Let me talk, I'm going to go over this employment agreement with you. And there's a blank copy you can follow along on. But this is the 22nd day of December 2017. You're retaining our law firm to prosecute or settle all claims for damages resulting from the following occurrences: illegal discrimination, retaliation, and future wrongful discharge in employment at Maxion Wheels. I understand my attorneys are making no representation concerning the potential outcome of my claims and that my claims may be unsuccessful. I also hereby give discretion to my attorneys to make strategic and tactical decisions concerning which potential claims to pursue and which potential claims not to pursue. If there is a recovery, then I agree to pay my attorneys a sum equal to 40% or whatever gross amount, if any, may be recovered, except that if there's a recovery of attorney fees paid by defendants for attorney fees awarded by court or agreed upon by the defendants, then the attorney fees will be determined through whichever calculation results in the greater attorney's fee. If there is a recovery in my claims, I additionally agree to reimburse my attorneys from my share of the recovery for the case development expenses my attorneys incur, which I understand, for example, may include the following, and I list them there, you can see them: court filing fees, service of process charges, transportation expenses, trial consultants. I mean, there's a whole variety of things, including if we were to borrow money for expenses in the case, that whatever interest charges we might have on that money, you'd reimburse us. In the event there is a recovery of punitive damages that are actually paid, then the attorney's fees and case development expenses shall be paid first from the punitive damages recovery that is actually paid. And that's to reduce on the Tort Victims' Compensation Fund thing I talked about. My attorneys are authorized to associate in handling my case with any other attorney of their selection. I agree to pay attorney fees and parallel charges such other firms on the same basis. I also agree that if, as a result of significant adverse information obtained in investigation or discovery, or as a result of failure of me to cooperate in development of a case, or in the event of a fundamental disagreement between me and my attorneys concerning how my case should be conducted, my attorneys may withdraw from representation of me. This retainer agreement does not obligate my attorneys to file an appeal on my behalf, and my attorneys may decline to do so. So if we try your case and we're disappointed in the outcome, if we think it should be appealed, we'll tell you that and we'll pursue it. But if we decide it's just not good judgment to appeal it, then we're not required to do that. It's further agreed my attorneys are authorized to destroy my file after 6 years of the date that my file is closed. And I understand that email communications have a security risk, and consent to communication of email from my attorneys to and from my attorneys. And if you agree to that, then we'll need you to write in your email address. If you don't want to do email, we can modify this. But that's it. And if you want to, is email communication okay with you?
This is actually either email, text would be just like a quick or a phone call. No, well, because the emails, I got several different emails, some for the junk mail, the spam.
Make a new email.
I can make a new one that's just strictly, because otherwise I don't check it.
Yeah.
It's like so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know